alter how you would play? Like, I'm thinking of Matthew Knies coming in, and right now we had Anthony Petrilli. He's been watching him play, and he says, like, he's a skill guy on that team, so he's pulling it through feet and trying to dangle in the neutral zone. Depending on where he is in the Leafs lineup, you're going to want a different version of him. Did you adjust your game depending on where you were? Or you just stick to the same?
Well, if you're playing against the beer league guys, what are you doing out there?
Oh, I'm the dangliest angler who ever.
Right? So, it's part of my other job, one of my many jobs, to pay attention to what Knies is doing. He's so far elite and past, a lot of those players that you have the ability to try new things.
Yeah.
And, you're talking about some of the numbers that he put up. He put up Chris Kreider numbers, this year as a sophomore. So, everyone's talking as if he's a senior coming out. He's still a young guy coming in. So I think for him, he knows he's smart. He's one of those guys that has many disciplines, but one of his main disciplines is being able to be down low and control the play and absorb contact and roll off checks and get to the net. And, his main, attribute is putting the puck in the net. So, you see the success Michael Bunting's had over the last couple of years, just going to the net or going to the right area. I can see him fitting in, whether it's in the top 6 or bottom 6. So, I've watched a lot of his games, and there's a lot of expectations. Everyone talks about, being a good player, but being a good player in this market's a different thing.
Well, and it's not just
kidding.
It's not just being a good player in this market. It's being a good player in this market at this time of year against that team in Tampa Bay.
True.
And, there's just the expectations are ratcheted up. But, you and I are actually talking about this before the show. If this were 2 or 3 years ago and a guy like that was coming in, there'd be a lot of pressure placed on him. But they went out and they got O'Reilly. And the Corps been through this so many times that, if this team stubs its toe, it's not going to be because Matt Knies does or doesn't do something. It does feel like, given the talent he has, and that there is a place for him, but not necessarily a need for him. It feels like he can come in and I won't say play free, because you're still going to want to do the right things, but you don't need to worry about, earning your job on every single shift or something like that.
Yeah, and at the same time, you got to remember, you're all in, but you still got to have some players stepping in and, performing on entry-level contracts.
Yeah.
And you think about it over the years, when's the last time a second rounder has been a key contributor on this lineup? So you got to build for the future, and I think the experience he gets now is going to help him next year, because there's going to be a lot of uncertainty going into the year after with the guys. Can they sign or they may not sign? You need young guys stepping in and having a key role on the team.
For sure. Yeah, their salary cap pitcher could use a cheap guy who's a good player. That'd be very helpful.